I warned you. I said this moment was here. I said it's probably worth clicking the link in the description and reading my thesis on a few companies that I think have got really exciting futures. And those companies included Micron, SanDisk, and Nebius. And if you had invested like I did 3 months ago, you would now be up on Micron 206%, SanDisk 314%, Nebius 213%, and there are 2 other companies I have invested in the last month which are already up over 50%. And even though I've just said all of that, most of you will not click the link in the description or search Have Some Vision on Substack and read what has become something that I never thought this newsletter would become. Like, I'm still in the top 100 bestsellers in business, which is just insane. And to everyone who is reading, I can't thank you all enough. It is genuinely unbelievable. I'm glad a lot of you have made a lot of money in the last few months. But back to the video. So what are we doing? It is time to finally start building my dream office. And the truth is this project has just been ignored for way, way too long. I think I finished the exterior of the building like a year ago, and I just was like, oh, I can't be bothered. So I didn't do anything to it, whereas enough's enough. It is now time. So what do we need to do? We need to sort out all the plasterboarding, because I just used random offcuts that I had, and it actually worked, but it's a mess. So there's a lot of plastering that I need to do, a lot of painting. The painting that I'm going to do in here is going to be a bit weird. I've never done this sort of interior before, so who knows how that's going to turn out. And then we are also, the desk setup is going to be a little bit different. I don't know whether to just go minimalistic or go, let's drop 10 grand on it. So who knows? But what I do know is I didn't want to pay full price for plaster, so I bought expired plaster about a year. And instead of it costing a lot of money, I bought 10 tubs for like £20. And that's what I used to do the entire tiny home. And then I used finishing plaster for the last bit. And is that the right stuff to use? No. Am I a plasterer? No. Does it do the job and it looks passable? Yes. The thing with taping and doing what you're seeing right now is I'm not good at doing a good result with the plastering knife. I've watched these videos of people do it properly, and I'm like, I don't understand how you do such a perfect job. But what I do know that I can do is be a perfectionist when it comes to sanding and filling. So I'm just like, yeah, Mersh, just chuck it on the wall, and then I'll worry about it later with the sanding. And if you can use the knife to do as neat a job right now and make it as smooth as possible, it makes sanding a lot easier. This isn't a tutorial on how to do plastering. This is a bodge way of doing it. So you got to make sure you have taper edged plasterboard, then you chuck some plaster on it, then you put the paper thing down it, you cut it. And by the way, if you ever see me smiling to myself, it's because I'm listening to Carl Pilkington and Ricky Gervais. I mean, to plaster this entire building took like 3 hours, and it's miserable. But listening to Carl Pilkington's diary, it just makes me laugh. So, but anyway, back to how to do it. You put the paper on, you let it soak in to the plaster a little bit. Otherwise, when you add the second layer on top of it, the paper moves. And even though I've done this quite a lot, I still sometimes mess up, but it looks a lot nicer also on camera than it does in person. Like, there's ripples and stuff that I'm gonna have to sand out. But you then smooth it with the knife and you let it go off. You do a second coat. Some people do 3 coats. I can't be bothered for that, so I just try and do it all within the next coat that I'm going to do, and that's by using a lot wider knife and putting way too much on and then spending a lot of hours sanding. And it'd probably be better to just spend the time doing 3 coats, but I didn't want to do that. And I actually this morning got the notification that I've been on YouTube for 5 years now, made 6 figures from this channel, and I made 6 figures from filming exactly what I was doing anyway. So for you watching right now, why are you not at least trying to do it? And that money that I made, I put into the stock market. Some of it went into SanDisk, and it's tripled in the last 3 months. Now, there is a little bit of a jump in this video because, well, the UK, it got pretty warm. It was like 36 degrees, and plastering and sanding in that heat inside was not too fun. And then also, when I was driving back from the builders merchants, I saw this thing in the middle of the road, and I drove by it and was just like, oh, that's sad, that's gonna get hit by a car because it's just on its own in the middle of the road. And then I kept driving, and then my brain went to me, you could save its life. So I did the sketchiest ever U-turn I've ever done, drove back to where I saw it, and I couldn't see it anywhere. Car drove by doing 50 miles an hour, and as it drove by, I saw it in the middle of the road again, and I picked it up, I couldn't hear any other tweets going on, so who knows what happened to its family. So I rescued it, and my friend's got a farm. I looked after it for a bit, named it Puppy. I mean, it was my friend for 24 hours. Wherever I'd walk, genuinely, it would follow me. And it's a quail, which I didn't even know you could get in this area. But anyway, back to the office. So as you can see, there's now paneling, and I used leftover kitchen cornicing to create a coving that I can then put an LED above it, and then it will shine all the light across the ceiling. So the whole point of my office is I just want it to be a place that I don't mind spending hours and hours of my day. Like, a lot of people want to do what I do, make a lot of money in the stock market, but the reality is you sit at a desk for hours and hours and hours trying to find opportunities, and then the only way you find a rocket lab, a SanDisk, and part with substantial amounts of money is you have to understand it perfectly. And that's kind of the success of my newsletter, is because the average person has a day job and then they have a life, whereas I have the stock market is my day job, and then I enjoy doing it so much that it's kind of become my life. And if I condense everything that's happened in the week so it's digestible and only send out the stuff that's really important, like cut through all the BS, that's where the value is. On top of the fact that last year my portfolio increased by 71%, and this year is on track to be disgusting. So if you haven't already, search Have Some Vision on Substack or click the link in the description. And there's a reason it's in the top 100 bestsellers in business. Now, in the next video, it'll be the desk setup. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new, like the video, all that stuff. And I will see you next Tuesday in a bit.